Alright, welcome back YouTube. I'm going to do a quick little update video, just really fast. I've been planting trees all day around the pond. I'm doing a little bit of landscaping and grade changing, putting steps in, that kind of thing. So I'll show you what I did today and then wrap it up. I'm going to plant again tomorrow, maybe the next day as well. Hopefully get everything wood chipped. It'll be looking spiffy in a couple days. So stick around, I'll give you a quick update on what I did today. Alright, so first things first, bought a whole bunch of stuff. Bunch of serviceberry trees. I got another fig. I've got some ostrich ferns. We got lavender. A bunch of ornamental flowers. A bunch of creepers, some creeping jenny and stuff like that. Some sedums. Just kind of basically ornamental creeping style things that'll really fill it out and just give some interesting layers to it. We got a lot of ornamental plants, you know, compared to normal. Normally I'm all food, medicine, utility, that's it. But we actually did big shot, me and my wife, and she loved the look of some of these plants. So, you know, like especially this here, I think this one was her favorite. She just loves this. I don't even know what it is. So we got some different things. These are all hers. So it's kind of nice. Take her out there and she grabbed a whole bunch of different stuff. Sweet Williams. And got a bunch of really nice big trees. So we've got a couple serviceberries in there. Serviceberry bush. I mean, it's all the same serviceberry. It's just basically pruned to a bush or not. I did some grading changes here. So this can be one kind of long, continuous shot because I'm just doing a quick video. Did some rough grading in it. I'm gonna fix this up later and put in maybe some patio steppers, put some other rocks bordering it, maybe put a nice tree here, obviously get it all wood chipped. But what I wanted here is that while you're walking down, you basically hit swale level and then you can head down here. This is the Bartnut, apple, autumn olive. So this is this swale here. So you can hit this swale here and walk along it. Or you can, going as slow as I can, walk down to the pond. So we did some grading changes. Got some pawpaws in here. So pawpaw there, here, and maybe somewhere at the top. Those will kind of, I think, look really nice. A nice tropical look for a cold hardy pond. That should look really nice. And then just small grading changes. Added a bunch of wetland stuff in. We've got, I found an old stump that had kind of cracked off, so then I found this here that kind of fit perfectly. So I figured it kind of looks like this was, you know, there and cracked off and fell. I'll put some mosses on top of that. And what's actually interesting is we already have some permanent residents in here. I don't know if I'll be able to find them, but literally a day after we made this wetland filter, we had two big frogs in the pond. Kind of cool how they find it. We put in a plum here. This was kind of all just graded out downhill. I'm really afraid of erosion, so I put in some steppers. I've did a lot of work on angling each of these steps back into the hill and then downhill slightly into a swale. So now then I'll connect this into this swale here and you know, build this out over time. And that way you can kind of come down here, you can keep going down to the bottom, you can go down the swale if you want to go through the cedar forest, or you can turn around and go back through the pond. We have got these gorgeous serviceberries. My wife picked all these out, so she was all about the serviceberries, which is great because they're awesome bird food. Kind of perfect for a pond because the birds get all the berries, so I don't have to worry about fruit falling into the pond. And even if they did, they're tiny, but I love the berries as well. And like these things, when they're about to go, even these ones that we just bought, they're about to go, and when they go, they put an amazing show on. They just are absolutely stunning plants. We've got this really, really nice serviceberry in the middle. That'll be really, really nice right in here. We'll be able to kind of walk around it, plant some edge-loving plants out here. My wife loves these heathers, so she got heathers. Just ornamental. Maybe the bees like it, I don't know. You guys might be able to tell me more. I don't really know anything about heathers. Found a great spot for these sea buckthorns. So this is, sea buckthorn is a pioneer plant, so it needs full sun. So this is a south-facing hill. South is that way. Full sun, nice rocks for heat. Poor soil, because it's basically just fill. So these ones we didn't amend with any kind of compost or anything, just basically soiled and wood chipped. We're going to put a peach right in the middle of these, and then we'll have some creeping plants coming over here, and we'll flesh it out with a bunch of flowering bulbs and herbs. So that should be kind of nice. You know, we've got herbs snuck in all through these little cracks. That's some creeping thyme. So that's just going to creep across. We have tons of creeping thyme planted everywhere. Tiny little guys right now. They'll creep across, and then we'll kind of mulch, and they'll creep across. And then I'll show you the, I'm going to go down the bottom and show you the view on the from the bottom looking up. It's incredible, but I'm going to stick that at the front of the video. This is another bush style serviceberry. We've got another serviceberry planted into this corner, so that'll kind of give us 2 layers of serviceberry, one up, one kind of up but a little lower. Crammed in a nice little fern here behind it, so it'll get enough shade hopefully that it doesn't get sunburnt, because this is straight facing south. But in those rocks it should only get a little bit of sun, so it should be pretty perfect there. This here, we've got oregano, some flowers, and then we've got another ostrich fern here. These are the fiddleheads. And the thing about this one, I thought this was like a perfect place for it, because, let's just zoom out. So over here is east, so south is over here, south is basically this way. So the sun comes up, and as it's coming up here, the serviceberry should actually provide pretty good shade just on the opposite side of the tree to the sun in the morning. And then the sun gets up over these cedars and kind of gets pretty much filtered shade where it's still going to be giving it some shade. But then it gets in behind this cedar in the evening, which is the side that the fern is on. So it'll be kind of shady from the cedar here, and then, you know, the serviceberry might get up and get some sun, but down low it should be fairly shady in the afternoon. And then even late afternoon, the sun falls and hides behind a couple larger maples and the cedars again. So this is kind of, as long, like this side of the serviceberry is probably fairly sunny. This side of the serviceberry, I'm thinking, is going to be perfect location for that ostrich fern. And I was actually thinking of maybe adding a couple in here. Like one kind of looks out of place. A bunch of them, you know, a little cluster of them might look really, really snazzy. So let's go down here. This is a bush pruned serviceberry, so it'll kind of fill in and cover some of this pond stuff. And then maybe I'll put some kind of logs or trees there, some you know, comfrey or something like that that'll go around it to hide it. But look at this view from the bottom here. Now with some trees planted in it, it's getting a little dark. Did that help? Put a little brightness in. I'll come down on a sunny day and I'll show you the view again. It is just really something special now. It's got kind of like a British Columbia style look to it. All these layers. It's getting really dark fast. But hopefully Hopefully you enjoy this little walk through. And I'm going to be planting just as many plants tomorrow, then wood chipping it all out, and that'll really look nice when it's all wood chipped out. Let's just take you over here to the front waterfall. Kind of fun to like go walking across all this stuff. So this is it now. A lot of really nice little, walking features. This hill was so bare and boring before, so this should really make it flesh out nice. We got some rhododendrons that we're going to plant there. Those get really big and showy. Those will kind of constrict and restrict your vision line. I'm a really big fan of kind of restricting the vision line when you're walking around something, winding a path. That kind of forces the person to live in the moment of what's around them and investigate and look at, what's around, what they're actually witnessing, in real time right in front of their face. And if you're wondering about the waterfalls, I shut off the big pump. So this is just a tiny little pump now, pumping it up. But what I was talking about with those rhododendrons is, first off, they're actually pretty good bee food. I mean, they're just ornamentals. They don't really give food for us for anything. So permaculturists tend to not use them, but they're very, very early bee food, even earlier than haskell's. So I like them. In this particular spot, it's pretty good because this is going to get fairly big, leaf out quite a bit with a magnificent flower. So you're going to be walking here, you're not going to be able to see any of this. So you're going to walk here and you're going to be forced to bring your eyes down and look at, everything around you, the steps, be able to put nice little bushes and flowers in all these little areas. Investigate and look at the waterfall. And hopefully we can get a big bushy thing up here so you can't quite see the pond. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So you can't quite see the pond, but then when you come walking down these steps and you get out to it, now you see the pond. Then we'll have a deck and a gazebo there, so it'll kind of be a really wow moment, I'm hoping. It'd be fun to play with this. Anyways, this video is long enough for a single shot, an 11-minute single shot. So stick around, and tomorrow will be another big update. Tons more plants. I'll stitch in a quick little clip right now of what it looked like earlier. And then this is what it looks like a day later. Big change, I think. Wait till this is all wood chipped out. Maybe a nice walking path around there. Stones with walkers and pebbles or something between them. It'd be fun to kind of trick this out and make it look nice. I mean, nature is just so beautiful. You don't have to do a whole lot of work. Just plant stuff and nature will kind of pimp it out for you. Thanks for watching.